and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak to you. As Alusine has just said, I'm the mayor of Freetown, and I came into office in 2018, having never worked in the public sector before, nor had I been in politics. But I decided to run for office because of my concern for the environmental degradation that I was seeing in my city, not only in respect of deforestation, but also the impact of sanitation, which is the third largest source of greenhouse gas emissions for our city. So coming into office, climate change was therefore very high on my agenda as the head of a local authority. And one of the things which has been very, very enlightening for me is realizing that I was not alone. Within the first year, I became a member of an organization called C40 Cities, which a number of Pakistan cities are also members, of which a number of Pakistan cities are also members. And the important thing about C40 Cities is that it is local authorities, city leaders, and in some cases, rural district leaders who are coming together in a network to fight against climate change. Because when the impacts of climate change are felt, we are the first responders. So whether it's flooding, whether it's landslides, whether it's extreme heat, whether it's drought, at the local level, where the people are, is where the impacts are most acutely felt, and therefore where the solutions need to be. So I'm very pleased to share with you that Freetown City Council began a journey of city transformation known as #TransformFreetown, which initially which has 4 clusters, 11 priority sectors, and 19 specific targets. The first cluster is resilience, and your topic for me is resilient cities. So resilience is at the heart of what we do, but the second cluster, because we don't live or work in a vacuum, is human development. And then there's healthy city and urban mobility, all intertwined. So those are the clusters. And linked to those 4 clusters are 11 priority sectors, the first being environmental management. And then we've got 19 specific targets, and I'll just give you a couple of examples of how those targets in our city are linked to addressing climate change. So our first target under environmental management is to increase vegetation cover by at least 50%. To do that, we embarked on a campaign called #FreetownTheTreeTown. We're planting 1 million trees. We aim to do it over 2 rainy seasons, but it is split into 3. But I'm so excited to tell you that we actually are now at over 800,000 trees, and by June of this year, we will be at our 1 million mark. And that addresses slope stabilization, protects waterways, and very significantly, women are at the heart of this. But we go beyond planting and growing trees. And I say growing because we use technology. We created jobs. We have tree growers based in communities. They use an app on their mobile phones, which enable them to upload and track the development of the trees. So every single tree has a unique identifier code, and this feeds back to a central server that I can see from my laptop, and other colleagues can also see from the office. Beyond Freetown, the Tree Town, another significant intervention is in transportation. Our city has been plagued with a lack of public transport or mass transit public transport. We have public transport, but it's low occupancy. It's the kekes, the tuk-tuk, I think, as you call them there, the 3 wheels, or the 2-wheel motorcycles, or the old vans, minibuses, which are slow and highly polluting. As part of our climate action plan, under Transform Freetown in the urban mobility sector, we are introducing for the first time ever a mass transit system through the cable car. So a cable car system which will link our city and reduce traffic, reduce greenhouse gas emissions from the inefficient and traffic congesting small, low occupancy, to something, to a cable car, which will be above ground. We're in the process of the full feasibility study now, and we expect construction to start in March of next year. And that will enable us to cut travel time across the city from 2.5 hours to 20 minutes. So it's economic productivity, it's improving health outcomes, it's benefiting women, and as I wrap up, because I know this is just to give you a taster, I will say two things. Women are at the heart of what we do, because women are most significantly impacted. But I, as a female mayor, I have a leadership team which is 80% women. But it's not just at the leadership, it's also in our communities. In responding to climate change, we are seeking to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, but we're also addressing the reality of the impact that we're feeling now. So something like extreme heat, which I'm sure you're all familiar with, as we talk about global warming, and in our city, we're really feeling that increase in temperature. And the people who feel it most are the vulnerable. Are women who sell in outdoor markets, trading under the sun. So in practical ways, we've been able to intervene with market shade covers, which are heat repelling, but also provide solar lighting in the evening, shade for the women, enabling them to be more productive. That's just one of many examples. So I'd like to share with you our website, which is fcc.gov.sl, Freetown City Council, fcc.gov.sl. And if you have a look there under Transform Freetown, or indeed under our climate action plan, you'll be able to see more of what we're doing, both to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, but also to address the current impact of the devastation that climate change is already causing for our city. And I'd like to thank you for your time this morning and wish you all a very good Seneca. Thank you.